Lately, we have stopped asking ourselves global questions due to the large number of new characters. We have been forgetting the whole essence of the Skibidi toilet series. Doesn't it seem strange to you that throughout the entire series, starting from the 11th episode, we have only seen one person? And that person is the channel's own author. Where did all the other people go? Where are they hiding? Why is DaFuq boom on the side of the Skibidi toilets? And how does it affect the course of the war? Also, what major plot twist awaits us in the future? We will explore these and many other questions today. So, watch this video from start to finish, not to miss anything important and interesting. First of all, let's figure out where the agents came from and why their population replaced humanity. There are many theories about this, but I'll use one of the most plausible ones. Firstly, the agents are robots. We can confirm this from numerous shots where the cameraman is made of metal and wires. Also, we can recall DaFuq boom's official game, where our hero uses charged batteries lying on the floor to restore health. If Skibidi toilets are something akin to zombies, partly made from human nature, then the agents are essentially soldiers created by humans to prevent the complete extinction of humanity. By the way, some parts of the Skibidi toilets also seem hard to call organic beings lately. Not all of them were human before, but we'll come back to that later. For now, what we have in the end is that people started getting infected with the Skibidi virus massively, and Skibidists began appearing all over the globe. This fact is confirmed by various maps in different episodes. Therefore, the presidents of the most developed countries realized that something needed to be done and created a secret temporary government specifically to prevent this virus. Their plan was to create effective fighters who would be immune to the Skibidi song and could better combat the toilets. But we still have one open question. Why in the latest episodes do we not see any hints of people? Throughout the series, they show us one mysterious character who gives the impression that no one notices or wants to kill. Undoubtedly, something went wrong. By the way, have you ever wondered why people decided to create the first prototypes of their robots with a camera instead of a head? The answer is quite evident. They needed some assurance that they could effectively control them. In other words, they could observe the war through their eyes, as we see in the episodes. Almost the entire series is shown from the first-person perspective of different cameramen. And in case any of them suddenly do something wrong, they can see it immediately and disable their power. And here lies the whole problem. The agents became so autonomous that they started creating robots themselves. Since the war required even more efficient fighters, they were programmed by humans to win this war by any means. First, they created the race of speaker men, and then the TV men race was created by the speaker men themselves. In the future, perhaps TV men will create a computer race. Can you imagine how far it all has gone? This is the tragedy of what we see on the screen. Due to people's inability to react in time, almost all of them got infected with Skibidi by the time they were developing the first robots. At that point, their main secret government proposed creating them based on artificial intelligence, since the human population had become so small that they couldn't remotely control all of them. They simply wouldn't have enough people. But what if some races of agents went out of control, and now, with their own artificial intelligence, they decided to enslave not only the Skibidists but also humans? So why do they need weak humans if they are already doing pretty well and can rule this planet on their own? If they are programmed to win the war, what's stopping some TV men, for example, from fighting not only the Skibidists, but also other agents? If they become as autonomous as cameramen and start creating their own kind in large numbers, such a scenario is entirely possible. Let's remember the song that DaFuq boom liked to include in his series. Pay attention to these words. Everyone wants to rule this world, which precisely conveys what I wanted to convey to you. Now, you might ask, what does the mysterious character DaFuq boom have to do with this? I'll answer this question with a counter-question. Why does DaFuq boom help the Skibidi toilets? For one simple reason, the agents are no longer just killing robots for the Skibidists. They are an intelligent race with their own goals, armies, bases, and allies, all of which they created themselves. Now, after everything I've told you, let's think together. What are DaFuq's goals, and what role does he play in the series? Before us is none other than the chief engineer who designed the cameramen themselves. In both a literal and figurative sense, DaFuq is the creator. He is the creator of the series and the creator of the cameramen. He is a person who, like Oppenheimer in the movie, even though he created a creation for mass killing, regrets it deep down and wouldn't want his creation to be killing. Initially, they were created for noble purposes, but now they themselves want to conquer the world. They have turned against their own creators, humans. Isn't it strange that DaFuq remains human, even near the Skibidi toilets? He doesn't transform into a Skibidi. There's only one explanation for this. He is collaborating with the Skibidi toilets. They somehow managed to develop a chip or medicine that gives immunity to the transformation into a Skibidi. Then, why do the toilets need DaFuq? They need him because he helps in developing new technologies. At the very least, the goggles we saw on G-Man are strikingly similar to the ones DaFuq himself wears. It's true that a single Skibdist scientist might not have been able to come up with so many new technologies. So what do we have in the end? Is DaFuq Boom a villain for helping the Skibidists? Or is he a person who wants to prevent the complete extinction of humanity and feels guilty that his creation wants to conquer the world? We have never seen the agents trying to cure the Skibidists. They simply exterminate them. They created guns that kill parasites, but never attempted to create guns that heal Skibidists. DaFuq himself wants to compare forces and buy time. While he cooperates with his former enemies, I'm sure he has a brilliant plan, which involves curing the Skibidi toilets and turning them back into humans. In the 54th episode, if you remember, we saw unrequited love. On one hand, this demonstrates how advanced the artificial intelligence of the cameraman has become, considering they have developed the emotion of love. On the other hand, it highlights the heartlessness of the TV men. Each new generation of robots becomes more ambiguous, and we don't know what to expect from them. This brings to mind the words of engineer and mathematician Claude Shannon, who once said, "I visualize a time when we will be to robots what dogs are to humans, and I'm rooting for the machines." As they say, it's better to cooperate with the toilets and have hope that everything will be resolved in the future than to be stuck with robots that have gone out of control and are willing to do anything to rule this world. Well, if you've watched the video up to this point, it means you are interested in learning more about the Skibidi universe. Subscribe to the channel and click the bell button. This way, you won't miss out on new videos with analyses and theories.